We start this week in bloody Rotterdam, don't we? We've headed south. This week, we're going to see what's going on in Rotterdam, as I've never been here. I've been to Amsterdam a couple of times, but I've never ventured this far south in the Netherlands. After that, Belgium and Normandy. Oh, how exciting. Anyway, enjoy. Well, today we're in Rotterdam, aren't we? As you can see by the little infamous bridge behind me. Absolutely stunning look. We're at a place called Remastered, apparently Europe's best audio and visual experience. So we'll give that a little spin. Let's have a little look at what we get up to in there. Here we go. As you can see behind me, just under 7 minutes to go. I think it's backwards on the screen, but just under 7 minutes to go. This is going to be good, she said there's 4 rooms. I don't know what they consist of, because obviously I've done zero research. I'll just go straight into things. That's my problem half the time. But it looks good, and it was 27.50 it was. So it should be good. I hope so anyway. This coffee, oh my god, it is off its nuts. It's going to put curly little hairs on my chest, that's for sure. I just spoke to the lady there, and she was saying, she obviously told me about all the art. I said, what is this? And she went on to tell me about all the artists and stuff like that. I still don't know what she said, but going off this wall, she said you can touch stuff and like stuff moves around and so on and so forth. So that's going to be quite interesting. But this building, I'm not joking, and it's in the centre of Rotterdam as well. This building is expensive. I'm not, I don't understand the value of real estate around here, but I'm guesstimating it's extortionate, certainly a building like this. Judging by this wall here, bearing in mind you make it as attractive as you can on the intro, don't you? It's like a clip art special. Sure, AI can do exactly this. AI, ooh, good or bad. Anyway, cut to me actually doing stuff. This is bizarre, this. Welcome to Rotterdam. I have got no idea what this place is. Oh, I love travelling around. Room number 1. Went on to say about the artist, but I'm not 100% of any artists, unless it's Dupalooper. I know Dupalooper. This building must have cost a fortune. Now I wonder if he's made all these little fish one by one to make it spectacular sort of thing. Otherwise I literally have no idea what the big deal is, to be honest. It's nice, don't get me wrong. Blue whale, whoa! We're going into the next room. One more time. Gonna you little shh. Just going into the other room now. Yeah, this looks a little bit better. Yeah, look, it's me. It's me trying to find my way around life. No, tell a lie. That's me trying to find my way around life. Tell a lie again. It's a little bit dark. Look at this. This side's a bit better. In this room, we were specifically told not to touch the walls. Why, I don't know. €27.50. I don't know if the 50 cents or what. But I can't help but think that I can just do this. Have 8 of the same clocks doing the same thing over and over again. Charge people 30 quid. You love that, don't you? Who wants to go half with a little clock business idea? It's different, I'll give you that. But I can't help but feel that I could do this. The clock's disappeared. I'm in the same room. The big old bell's just sat up through the ceiling there. Oh! Look at this little kiss ass. Oh. To be fair though, you would though. With matey boy throwing electric behind you. I love this. I hope you are as well. I hope you're I hope you're enjoying it too. Well, you better be for 30 quid. Oh, they're off, they're off. There's all his mates, look. It's like my bloody mates, look at these. Here he is, this is my favourite. Where is he? Here he is. It's turned all medieval on us. Don't know what's going on now. To be honest, I just want to get out. Everyone's got a circle, apart from me. Why you never got a circle? And on that note, that was bloody mental. No idea what that was, if I'm being honest with you. But if you like art, if you like random stuff, if you like clocks, Remastered in Rotterdam is for you. It was good to be honest, but it's completely bizarre. I wish I'd done a little bit of research before I came to places like this. Because simply I didn't know what to expect whatsoever. However, was pleasantly surprised, a little bit blown away, mind, but surprised nevertheless. So just on the way back to get the dog now, and then have a little stroll around Rotterdam. That bridge, there's a bridge behind that building there. It's like world famous, that thing in Rotterdam. Well, not just in Rotterdam, it's world famous. I said it at the start. So I wanted to see that for real, walk over it maybe, get some food, but hopefully the dog survived. I'll tell you what, he would not have survived in there with the bass going on in that bloody remastered. Madness, this is stunning, look at that. Those buildings over there like randomly square. I'll see if I can get a better shot in a second. But yeah, welcome to Rotterdam, baby. It's a bit windy like, I'm not gonna lie. Look at this, the famous Rotterdam Bridge. You love that, don't you? The famous Rotterdam Bridge. Oh, you alright, boy? I'm hoping this place is a little bit more chilled, and it's Monday to be fair, but I think I was in Amsterdam on, was it Thursday, Friday, something like that? So I'm hoping it's a bit more chilled because the dog could not stand it, and I mean with a capital S. Be alright, boy, we'll get off this bridge in a minute. Bridge is nice, but not the best place for if you want to relax, put it that way. I lost my cat. The dog's having a cardiac arrest, and I'm looking for a coffee. Oh, I thought that was a Mackie D sign then, it's the Metro. As you can see, I've found a bloody coffee shop, and that says coffee, believe it or not. Look where I am. Absolutely charming in the middle of Rotterdam. I was just saying on the old, I'm on other social medias as well. If this is the first time seeing me, go on to, it rhymes with Flick Flock. Go onto there and you'll see all my videos from me. I've been doing this for 6, 7, 8, 9 months. Bloody hell, I bet you it's the best part of a year now. And you'll see all my European adventure over there. So it's same it's at Key to the V. But as I was just saying on the old Flick Flock video, 12 months ago I was bedbound. I don't mean because I couldn't walk, I mean because I was so depressed I refused to. And I say bedbound, I didn't sleep in a bed. I still don't, to be fair. When I go home I sleep on a sofa purely because I don't feel like I'm worthy enough for a bed. Can you believe that? How sad is that? I'm aware of that and it's my life. Madness. But now look, I'm in the middle of Rotterdam. Have you been to Rotterdam? Oh, chances are probably not. Many of you have been to Amsterdam, but this is the sort of number 2 of the Netherlands, city-wise. And yeah, I'll just show you my little view. Look at this. There's the little bridge over there. Here's the old dog. There's his little bowl. The guy brought me out. He said, "Do you want, the dog wants some food?" I was like, yeah, okay. Thinking it'll be meat or whatever. Bloody coffee biscuit. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Anyway, I hope you're having a fantastic day. Stick with it. Stick with it. Just push yourself out your comfort zone once, twice, and you'll see how highly addictive it is to get out and about. I can't believe the transformation of my life. I'm not boasting at all. Transformation of my life is unbelievable. If you've seen me 12 months ago, you simply wouldn't believe it. Now I'm in the middle of Rotterdam. A windy bloody Rotterdam, but brilliant nevertheless. Today then we're going down to, let's have a sip of Coca-Cola here. Other drinks are available. Today I'm bypassing Belgium and going straight back into northern France. 2.5 hour drive ahead of me today, which is less than ideal, especially with the dog. He doesn't like it. I left him again earlier on in the van for an hour whilst I'd done that audio-visual thing, and he's been scratching my door again, ripped more insulation off. But luckily it's not cold. Said no one ever. It's bloody Baltic here. So lively and lovely, this town. I love it. I love it. France then, we're heading into France, like I said, like literally on the border of Belgium and France. I found a little park up earlier on. Then it gave me a chance to charge all my stuff as well. That's a problem in the van. Followed by, during the second part of this week, we're going towards Normandy. We're going towards Normandy, aren't we? That would be brilliant, that. And if you've never seen the museums and stuff down there, I don't really want to make this channel very museum-y, but whilst I'm here, I personally love museums. Whilst I'm here, I've got to go in them. And things like Normandy really interest me, as you'll see from my first video. And if you haven't seen that, go and check that little bad boy out. I went to Dunkirk, and World War II, World War One, not so much, but more so World War II history amazes me. Like the scale of it, the working out at the old bird table in the military bird tables. It's just unbelievable. It's like the ultimate game of chess, and that's why I love World War II history. No better place to go than Normandy. So we'll be going there after my little sandwich I've found at the little coffee shop. Oh, look at this bad boy. Guess how much that was? 10 quid. Well, 10.95 or something. I'll tell you if it's worth it in a minute. Well, I'm joking, I won't tell you if it's worth it. It's a bloody sandwich, isn't it? Food reviews. Why won't I do food reviews? Because I'm an adult, that's why. You know the score. Back in France. How do you know we're in France? Because there's bloody 8 buildings and the world's biggest church. That's how you know you're back in France. I love it. What a charming little village this is. I don't know the... Oh my god, there's a bloke barking over here.
qu'il est beau. Oh, qu'il est beau ton chien.
Come on, boy.
Il est bien ton chien. T'as pas mis des lampes?
Hein?
T'as pas mis des lampes?
Parlez-vous anglais?
T'as mis des lampes ou pas?
English.
Ton chien. C'est un chien quoi?
Hein?
C'est pour les moutons là?
English.
Putain, il m'aime bien.
Yeah, still English.
Hein?
Yeah.
Ouais,
Very
vous,
good.
merci.
Bye bye. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
What the hell? So yeah, even the small villages have the local nut job in France as well. It's not just a UK thing. Holy moly, that bloke just walked over here, right, barking, and then it's disappeared. What? It's not a bad little park up, is it? Today's Tuesday, I believe it's the 7th. Oh, Labrador's barking at the swans, look. Look at this little park up I found. The park up's over there, as I'm sure you can't see. But yeah, look at this. little lake. Oh, on our way to Normandy. Hopefully get there. I'm not even 100% how far Normandy is from where I am. I'm in a place called Lille, which is flat, barren. I don't know if you've ever been to France, but it's very flat. In the north, it's very flat, very windy, very cold, very UK vibes, but with a different language. You love that, don't you? So I'm just taking the dog for a little stroll. Look, next to a lake. As we've found a little gap in between the rain. It's bitterly cold here. I'm talking. It must be. I reckon it's about 1 degree, 2 degrees. It's freezing. I've got a hoodie on, a jacket on, and a t-shirt as well. And I'm still bloody cold. Little scuba divers over there, look. Charming little spot this. This is home for the evening. It's all good. And some blokes caught a fish here, look. What the heck? That's a fish and a half as well. Travel's not only just good for you, it's good for your bloody dog as well. They love it. I always have this, I've said this before on lives and stuff. Like I said, I'm on another social media, schnick snock we'll call it. And I do lives on there. Haven't had a chance to whilst I've been away, purely because I've been making YouTube videos. I've said it on there. I genuinely believe, that van dogs have got the best life. The best life. But people can say, the people who live in houses, and it's not a dig at people living in houses. I'm a landlord, that's how I afford to do this. But people give the dogs love, don't they, in houses? You do that exactly the same in a van. The dog's a good life, but travelling around in a van with a dog, them experiencing all the new smells, all the new lampposts, all the new dogs, the views and stuff like that. I think even compared to billionaires' dogs, like there's no way. Like the only thing that this is genuine, this is from the heart. The only thing that would rival a van dog's life, I believe, is a farmer's dog. But even then, they do the same things every day. Like, he does different things, different smells, different countries. Like in the past 3 days, I've been to the Netherlands, Belgium, and France. The best life for dogs. It's as simple as that. So here's my little park up. Look, I've got a neighbour this evening by the looks of things, and there's my little van over there. And there's the dog, more importantly. Look, there he is. I love it. That's why I love travel. That's why I keep preaching travel. Online, this car park said it can fit 2 vans. Yeah. And half of Solihull, mate. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hello, boy. I've just realised I haven't shown all the people on YouTube. Flu Snoob, my van. Here she is. There we go. We call her Crash Bandicoot purely because the people off Flick Flock. The reason why I'm like disguising the names of social media, because none of them like each other, and I don't know if I'm going to take a clip out of this and put it onto another one, basically. So just in case, and to save a little bit of time. But yeah, here she is. We called her Crash Bandicoot. Well, I didn't. My followers on Flick Flock did. It's good, isn't it? You love that. Got Starlink on the top. Got 2 solar panels, 3 leisure batteries in there, gas stove, double bed. The mattress is about as thick as that. It's like, yeah, cheers. No wonder I'm walking around like a bloody question mark. But yeah, and off-road tyres. You love that, don't you? If only it was a 4x4. How much easier would things be in this bloody thing? And also, just in case, because you never know, ladders. No idea. Absolute bloody epic that was. My so if you didn't know, I've got Starlink on top of the van, and last night it just kept jumping in and out. In fact, it's been doing it for the past couple of nights. So I was thinking something's going on, but of course I'm in France, aren't I, which is a problem because there's a massive language barrier, as I'm sure you can understand. I can talk a little bit of French, but not too much. Enough to, like, you know, order a coffee and stuff like that. When I start talking about electrics and how the Starlink's not working, that's a whole nother ball game, another ballpark. So I'm just chilling there. I'm not on my phone, by the way. I'm on a little camera, which is legal, believe that or not. Oh, did you ever hear about that story of Jimmy Carr getting pulled over by the police in England because they thought he was on his phone? But he wasn't. He was on a dictaphone. Same thing, in my opinion. But nevertheless, he got away with it purely because it wasn't a phone. This is the same scenarios, just in case you're wondering if I'm doing anything illegal. But yeah, language barrier. When I'm trying to talk, you know, French, I can order basic things: coffee, beer, ooh, and so on and so forth. But you know, nothing technical, certainly not trying to diagnose my van in French. Awkward almost, but that's what Google Translation's for, isn't it? So basically, long story short, he said I'm using more charge than I'm taking in. But the thing is, like, for example, I'm driving now for 2.5 hours, which I don't like doing anyway at the best of times, but I've done this yesterday as well, or the day before. There should be ample charge in the van, but there simply isn't. I don't get it. But Starlink's staying connected now, which is on my phone. No idea what's going on. Anyway, I thought I'd keep you updated. Me, today, I'm on my way to Normandy, aren't I? Which is 2.5 hours away. But 2 hours and 38 minutes away is where all the war museums are, which is going to be good. It's going to be a little bit stressful, and I'll tell you why. The dog ripped my door to smithereens last time I left him when I went to Amsterdam. It was only an hour, and well, it was about 2 hours, I think it was. Dug at the door and ripped all the insulation out. So it's one thing after a bloody another in this van. Normandy, museums. Hopefully the dog doesn't have a bloody massive panic attack whilst I'm going into the museums. And I only left him for an hour the other day, and literally an hour whilst I went into, I can't remember where I went. The audio museum. The audio museum at the start of this video, and he dug the door again, left more insulation out. So I think he's learned to do that. He's got a bad habit, so we need to snap that out of him ASAP before this turns into a grey igloo, which is less than ideal, as I'm sure you can understand. I just walked past an estate agent's in France. Apologies if the screen's blurry, it's absolutely chucking it down here. But I just walked past an estate agent's. 159,000 euros this place to buy a 4-bedroom house here. 4-bedroom house, 159,000 euros. Don't know what that equates to exactly, but look what you got when you get here, look. That's what I like about France. I think they're very religious, or were. I mean, am I religious? Am I not? I won't say, but I do, regardless of if I was or if I wasn't, appreciate people who are. And look at that. That is super grand. It's getting even better. That is stunning. Little market town, look. It's getting even better. Look, it actually genuinely is getting better. Look at this. See that? How stunning is that building on a scale of from 1 to 10? Absolutely charming, isn't it? That's quite possibly one of the best looking buildings I've ever seen. How do they do? Bearing in mind that was made hundreds, if not thousands of years ago. How on earth? There's gargoyles and stuff. I'll try and zoom in. The problem with this thing is it only goes to 2x zoom. So the little statues and stuff, whatever you want to call them, the attention to detail is absolutely spectacular. I love that building. Welcome to Normandy. The dog loves it, which is the main thing. What a charming town this is. This little town I'm in now is called Rouen, or Rowan, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but absolutely stunning. I can't remember the price, I think it was 158,000 euros for a 4-bedroom or 5-bedroom house, I can't remember now. My memory's awful, but it's charming, isn't it? Look at them. Like, the UK. The more you travel around, the less you want to stay in the UK. We get shafted in the UK with our house prices and stuff like that. It's not even funny. 158,000 euro for a 4-bedroom or 5-bedroom house. Unbelievable. To get in here, it's like a bloody airport. So I've been patted down and everything back there. I've been here before. This is like the best cemetery thing you'll ever come across.
It's hard to imagine that this is the final resting place of more than 9,000 young lives. Lives that ended in battles that raged on this beautiful countryside.
It's bizarre, isn't it? This is what I love. World War II history, like it's unbelievable. I can put myself in their position. Like I said, I've been to, if you've seen my first video, I've been to into theatre, into war before, but I can't imagine it on this scale. Little museum thing here. Problem is, Operation Overlord Museum is temporarily closed, it said. I mean, and look at their eyes. Can't even fathom what they saw. Now, I have seen some grueling stuff in my time, but imagine it every 10 minutes, even more frequent than that. Can't imagine it. Here we are, the American cemetery. You will recognise this from Saving Private Ryan. Apologies, my camera's blurred on the inside, the lens. I'll try and sort it out later on. I haven't got time today or this morning. You'll recognise this from Saving Private Ryan, that film that we all love and enjoy. Otherwise, you would never have seen this place, would you? How sad is that? Sacrifices they gave are quickly being forgotten. 8,500 people were estimated to have passed away on D-Day, 6th of June 1944. 8,500. That's Allied troops, so I don't know about the Nazis, but that's still sad. That still breaks my heart. They're still I know they were enemies at the time, but they're still human. But this place, well, I'll show you briefly now, and I'll get a better shot in a minute. This is the American Cemetery, or American Memorial in Normandy. We're approximately about a mile away from Omaha Beach. So that's Omaha, Juneau, Gold, and I can never remember the last bloody one. So that's over there somewhere, but I'll show you this place first, and we'll carry on with our little journey. It said in there's 9,000 soldiers here. But that's what I love about the Americans, right? They are very not only patriotic and stuff like that, which I fully respect. I think that's something the UK is lacking, if truth be told. The UK is lacking that. If you have an English flag hanging outside your house, outside of a World Cup, you're right wing, aren't you? What is that all about? There's nothing wrong with being proud of your country. What I love about Americans is look how much they've dug out blind for this place. I'll turn the camera so you can see it a little bit better. Look how much they've dug out blind. Everything is perfectly lined. It doesn't matter which way you look. It's perfectly lined. That's how you show respect to your soldiers. Something I appreciate the Americans do massively. Whereas in England, how many of us are on the bloody streets? Sad, isn't it? It's heartbreaking. And then you ask yourself, for what? Why? Many of these, I can't remember how many it said in there. I'll have a quick look, see if I can. This site is 172 acres of headstones, look. Behind me is like Juno gold and all that sort of stuff. Here there's 9,386 headstones. Who died, not just during the war, that's just during the Normandy occupation. That's just Americans. How much does that blow your mind? But they love their soldiers, they love where they come from. They're very proud, they respect their soldiers, they respect their country. They fly their flag without shame, like I was saying a second ago. If we fly the St. George's flag outside of a World Cup, you're known as far right, aren't you? It's almost frowned upon to be proud of your country. Now, when I say proud of your country, I don't mean look down on other countries, but it's like football teams, isn't it? You know, if you support, for example, Everton, you shouldn't necessarily despise people who support Liverpool. Friendly banter there, you know, and that's healthy, that's acceptable, but hatred is another thing. My plan was to go to the Operation Overlord Museum, Pegasus Bridge and things like that. The Overlord Museum's temporarily closed, which is a bit of a pooper scooper, but there's more. We'll find something else. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to be quiet, I'm trying to be respectful. My shoe. You hear that? Squeaking at every step. Surreal, I think surreal is the correct word to be using right now. It's surreal. 9,000 plus soldiers. Overlord, so Overlord's the name for D-Day. So that's what the operation was called, Operation Overlord. You've all seen Saving Private Ryan, and you see where they was, you know, attempting to land on the beach or beaches. You've seen how much carnage it was. Many of the bodies were never found. They have truly gone above and beyond with this cemetery. You should see the UK one. The thing is, many of us wouldn't even know this was here if it wasn't for the film. You know, you could probably have a little guess that something like this is here. But if it wasn't for films, movies, you wouldn't have known this was here. But look how spectacular. It's 172 acres this place is. 170, I think it's 172.5. The 0.5 counts, all right? 172 acres of pure, beautiful misery. That's what it is. So I love the way the Americans do this. Add a little bit of water. I think there's one of these by the big old needle thing in Washington. I don't know what it's called, but the big old needle thing. I love the way the Americans add a bit of water for effect at their sites. Half-mast flag behind me, like America, USA, USA. They have the all 9,000+ soldiers that lost their lives, and you know that's what the headstones are for. Obviously, they got a lady on loop in there, in that building, the visitor centre behind me. They got a lady on loop in there, reading out all the names over and over and over again. I really do appreciate how much the Americans love their military personnel. Sometimes I wish I was born American, but I 100% would have eaten to excess. Over there, like sat there, like the thing off Blade. Have you ever seen that? When he shines the torch on Blade, and that big chubby thing, and the lights burning him. That's what I would be if I was American. I do love the way the Americans had a bit of water for effect, and all their memorial all their places of interest, basically. Look at this. I was just saying on another social media thing, you can excuse people for not coming to places like this, the American cemetery. January, isn't it? Because of money, etc. You know, Christmas just been, and you know, and whatnot. But it didn't stop people going to Amsterdam, though, did it? Am I lying? I'll show you every direction. Am I lying? There's a couple of cars over there. Come out here, book a trip, show your support to these people. These get paid the ultimate sacrifice for you. The D-Day landing, 6th of June 1944. Was supposed to be on the 5th. Didn't know that though, did you? Supposed to be on the 5th of June 1944, but weather pushed it right a day. If they didn't do it, it's General Eisenhower. You must have heard of him. General Eisenhower made the call to go on the 6th of June. Pushed it right a day, purely because if he didn't, I would have to wait 2 more weeks. Reason being, the moonlight. They needed the moonlight for the parachutists. They needed the clear weather for the lads to see what's going on. They needed the low tide as well. Welcome to Omaha Beach. The bloody misery on this beach is unbelievable, as I'm sure you can appreciate. Unbloody believable.
Cheap Holly. That metal, as that looks like where something rounds
Yeah.
sort of gone in.
And
here
here.
as well, it's definitely a round hole. You can see the reinforcing,
It's still standing strong.
extraordinary.
All these
Counted
holes.
the beaches for
What are you crying for? You're literally on the beach. Go for a stroll. 2,400 soldiers are believed to have been unalived here. 2,400 approximately, it says online. That's brutal. If you compare that to the World Trade Center, for example, that was in and around 2,900. So there's a little bit more, but it's the brutality of what happened here. It's the, like I said, that German position that I just came from there. You've seen all the round hole, the bit holes. You've seen all the artillery shells. You know, whatever hit it, I don't know. You can imagine a little bit of everything, if truth be told. Because on D-Day, they hammered this place for hours beforehand, before the beach landing actually happened. Hours. Imagine that. See the scars. I don't know if you can make it out. Here, you see the scars on the ground. That's trenches. That's where they would have been. The SS guys would have been protecting at that time their position. 2,400 people. 2,400 lives on this beach. This is just Omaha. Then you got Juneau, you got Utah, you got Sword. The numbers are just truly astronomical. This is the German cemetery. As you can see, it's very gothic. There's someone over there. The ground's a bit waterlogged, so I'm not going to go down there. But in France, they're having a right water drama at the moment. Every pipe you come across seems to be burst. But so it's very waterlogged. But this is the German one. Very, very, very Gothic. Again, all these lives lost, and for what? I'm not 100% what that means, obviously, but for those that do, you're welcome. It's a lot different to the American one, isn't it? That's what I mean about how much I love what the Americans do, how they support their lads, like past, present, and no doubt future. In comparison, there's 3 people in this place. There was about 30, 40 on the other one. Like I said, the numbers aren't good enough. Like, the numbers aren't good enough whatsoever, but it's just to give you an idea. And if you do come, as you can see, there's parking right on the doorstep, which is convenient. Anyway, next stop, the British Memorial. Let's go. 40 minutes away, so best get on the bloody little road. See this? I'm now at the British Memorial. Every single entrance is blocked off. I'm assuming because it's out of season. The cheek of it. The American place is open, the German place is open, but the British one is closed. That is outrageous, isn't it? So what I've done is just, like an actual human being, because a little chain's not going to stop me paying my respects, is jump the fence, basically. Every single entrance to this place was closed. Outrageous. But welcome anyway. Welcome to the British Memorial site. It's lovely, look. See the flag over there. I only stay here 10 minutes before a farmer comes and removes me. I can't believe that. All the other memorials are open, all except this place. Scandalous. You alright, my beaut? Pegasus Bridge. Little Brucey dog, look. Brucey, Brucey, Brucey. You think you can see Pegasus Bridge, don't you? Exactly the same, but it's not the L original. The original one was taken away. It's in a museum. I think it's like Museum Pegasus or something. They thought long and hard about that name in 1994. Purely because of wear and tear. But the importance of us capturing this was down to this river here, the River Cairn. This river allowed our troops, and all this happened on D-Day, the 6th of June. Capturing this bridge allowed us to advance further through France, so the capture of this was paramount. It had to happen because it allowed us to move from the beaches like we spoke about earlier on, Juneau, Utah, Gold, Sword, Omaha. We simply had to capture this bridge, and we bloody did. Who did? The 6th Airborne Division. Who are they, I hear you ask? Wow, they're more commonly bloody known as the paratroopers, aren't they? My rival, being an ex-Royal Marine. They've done a fantastic job. It was captured by, and it was led by a Major Howard. He's who captured it. And in fact, I've just been for a little stroll over there. The dog's scared of the bridge. It's gridded on the floor, like you can see through, so the dog won't go over it. Major Howard's got a road named after him over there. You love that, don't you? Then came Lord Lovett. Who's Lord Lovett, I hear you ask? Well, he's the bloody commandos, isn't he? That's what I bloody was. I'm a commando, or was a commando. They always say, once a Marine, always a Marine. Yeah, right. So Lord Lovett came along with a load of commandos. Now commandos back then were gnarly guys. Like they'd take no nonsense. They sort of are now. Give or take a few hundred of them. This was so important, such a strategic importance during D-Day and including the war, that they named our number 2s in the Royal Marines after him. So we got our blues. You must have seen them when all the Marines are stood there in all their blues and 2s. Our number 2 dress, like the less formal dress if you like, are called Lovets, purely because of what happened here. You bloody love that, don't you? Anyway, this is Pegasus Bridge. Wow, a little bit Pegasus Bridge. It's the same river at least. And what happened after the capture of Pegasus Bridge? Wow, the rest is history, isn't it? The knock-on effects. So 6th of June 1944, a year later, obviously the war was won. Down to this. Now if you've never been here, and if you are from the UK and you've never been here, come here. It's not an exaggeration. If you see my first video, the amount of people in Amsterdam in comparison to the war memorials here is scandalous. People have the money, but they're slowly getting forgotten about. Just do one trip out here. Tell your children to do the same, or advise your children to do the same. Hopefully they pass that message on, and hopefully they pass that message on to the next generations. Please don't forget these people. If it wasn't for these people, who knows what would have happened. If you're in the UK, you can get a ferry over here for about 60 quid. Come, for heaven's sake. I hope you've enjoyed my second Schnooflube video. Due to the topic we're talking about, I don't want to be disrespectful in any way, shape or form. So we'll have a little bit more fun next week. Take care now. Bye bye then.